Did you ever really think we'd get the chance to see Jack Sparrow, Will Turner, and Elizabeth Swann standing shoulder to shoulder on the deck of the Black Pearl again? Honestly, most of us thought that ship had sailed, right? It felt like one of those dreams we kept tucked away. A little piece of nostalgia we'd revisit every now and then, but never really expected to see come true. And yet, here we are. For the first time in years, there's real hope. Real talk of a reunion. And fans are buzzing with excitement, wondering if this time it might actually happen. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. If you're someone who loves grand adventures, tales of courage, a touch of romance, and, of course, the kind of mischievous charm that only a pirate can bring, then you're definitely in the right place. Because today we're talking about something that has the entire movie world talking, and for good reason. Hollywood is swirling with rumors that Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley could return to the big screen in another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now I know. We've heard whispers before. People have speculated and made fan posters and even started online petitions. But this time, it feels different. This time the winds actually seem to be shifting. So stay with me, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what's being said, what might actually happen, and what kind of story this long-awaited reunion could bring us. So let's rewind just a little bit. The original Pirates of the Caribbean movies were nothing short of magical, weren't they? From the very first time we saw Jack Sparrow saunter into Port Royal on that sinking little boat of his, we were hooked. We fell in love with his wit, his unpredictability, and his big heart buried under layers of swagger. And of course, we also got swept up in the love story between Will and Elizabeth. It was a story about ordinary people caught in extraordinary circumstances, fighting for love, for family, and sometimes just for the freedom to be who they truly are. But as the years went on, things changed. The movie started feeling a little less special. New characters came in, old ones drifted away, and the magic started to fade. And then, of course, there was the controversy surrounding Johnny Depp. You remember what happened. His personal life became front-page news. The studio started to distance themselves from him. There was even talk of rebooting the entire series, without him. Without Jack Sparrow. Fans were furious. Social media lit up with hashtags defending Johnny. Fans wrote heartfelt posts saying the series wouldn't even exist without him. People shared their favorite Jack Sparrow quotes, their favorite moments, reminding everyone why he was irreplaceable. There were petitions, some gathering hundreds of thousands of signatures, all saying the same thing. We want Johnny back. And honestly, it was hard not to agree. Because love him or hate him, Jack Sparrow isn't just a character. He's the character. The heart and soul of the franchise. So when whispers began to surface, faint at first, just little hints here and there, that Johnny might be willing to return, the internet went wild. But then it got even better. Because not long after, people started hearing that Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley might also come back. And that's when fans really started losing their minds. Because here's the thing, as much as we all love Jack Sparrow, the original trilogy wasn't just about him. It was about Will and Elizabeth, too. About their love story, their sacrifices, their journey from two innocent young people into full-fledged heroes. Without them, it always felt like something was missing. So the idea that all three of them could come back, together. It almost feels too good to be true. And yet, it might not be. Just imagine it for a second. Picture Jack Sparrow, his hat tilted just so, walking onto the deck of the Black Pearl with that sly grin of his. Then, right behind him, Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, standing side by side, ready to face whatever comes next. And maybe, just maybe, their son Henry is with them too. Maybe he's stepping up to take his place in this wild, dangerous world. Doesn't that just give you chills? So here's what we actually know so far. And pay attention here, because this is where it starts to get interesting. The studio has apparently been working, very quietly, on a new script. A story that could bring back old favorites while also introducing some new characters to keep things feeling fresh. Johnny has reportedly said, not directly, of course, because he's Johnny, but through little comments here and there, that he'd be open to returning. But only if it's done right. He's not just going to show up for the money. He wants it to mean something. He wants the story to honor the character. And honestly, that sounds exactly like something he would say. As for Orlando and Keira, neither of them have officially confirmed anything yet. But in interviews over the past few years, both of them have said that playing Will and Elizabeth changed their lives. That they'd love to revisit those roles if the right story came along. They've both spoken fondly of the experience, and you can tell, those characters meant a lot to them too. So is it official? Not yet. But let's just say, the tide is turning. And here's something even more exciting. There are whispers that the next film might focus more on Henry Turner, Will and Elizabeth's son. If you remember, he was introduced in the 5th movie. He's already shown that he has his parents' bravery, and maybe a little bit of Jack's recklessness too. The idea is that Henry could team up with Jack for an entirely new adventure. Maybe something bigger, scarier, and more dangerous than anything they've faced before. Now, just imagine Jack Sparrow trying to be some kind of mentor to Henry. Teaching him the ropes. Teaching him how to outwit his enemies, how to talk his way out of impossible situations, how to drink rum without ever spilling a drop. It would be hilarious, and also kind of heartwarming in that very Jack Sparrow way. And here's something fans need to know, if you really want this to happen, you've got to keep showing your support. Studios pay attention to that. Every tweet you send. Every video you share. Every comment you leave. It all matters. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, and Hollywood knows it. That's why you're seeing so many beloved franchises getting revived right now. Bringing back Johnny, Orlando, and Keira would not only make fans happy, it would also make a lot of business sense. So don't be surprised if we hear something official soon. And when we do, just remember, you heard it here first. Now let's have a little fun imagining what kind of story they could tell this time. Maybe it starts with Will finally being freed from his curse. Finally able to live a normal life with Elizabeth and Henry. But then, just as they're settling into their happy ending, something happens. Maybe a new threat emerges. Something more dangerous than Davy Jones or Blackbeard. Something that threatens not just their family, but the entire world. And of course, the only person who knows how to stop it, is Jack. Maybe Jack shows up unannounced, barging into their lives with that usual mix of charm and chaos. Maybe he drags Will and Elizabeth into his latest scheme, and they have no choice but to follow along. Or maybe it's Henry who finds Jack first. Maybe Henry seeks him out, wanting to prove himself. Wanting to become the kind of pirate his father never could be. Can't you just see it? Jack Sparrow, trying to give Henry advice, while Will and Elizabeth are frantically trying to keep everything under control. It would be everything we love about these movies: danger, romance, laughs, and that sense of wonder that made us fall in love with the series in the first place. And here's something else to think about. If this movie really happens, and it does well, it could open the door to even more. A whole new series of adventures. Maybe even a passing of the torch to a new generation. Henry taking over as captain, with Jack as his unpredictable first mate. The possibilities are endless. So here's the big question, and this is where I'd really love to hear from you. Would you want to see Johnny, Orlando, and Keira back on screen together? Or do you feel like the series should just end where it did? Should we let them sail off into the sunset and leave it at that? Let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're at it, tell me what kind of story you'd want to see if they did come back. Do you want a brand new villain? A hunt for some mythical treasure? Or maybe even a story about redemption and second chances? I can't wait to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed spending time here today, I think you'd really like our other video, where we count down the top 10 most unforgettable Jack Sparrow moments. That video is full of laughs, heart, and all the chaos we've come to expect from everyone's favorite pirate. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you had fun today. It really helps the channel grow, and it means the world to me. And if you want to keep getting updates on all your favorite movies and characters, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell so you never miss a thing. Thanks so much for being here. And remember, keep your compass pointed toward adventure. Until next time. I'll see you at sea.